There are a lot of things I've learned after just 6 months creating content here on YouTube. And I think after 6 months, my biggest takeaway is that there's even more to learn moving forward than I originally imagined it to be. So if you're thinking about starting a YouTube channel or wondering what it's like for small creators starting out, I suppose this video is a snapshot about my journey here. 6 months is not an especially long time, but I feel I've learned so much more in these 6 months making videos than in the lead up to these months watching videos about creating videos. Now, this channel has been around since 2008, which is a pretty long time ago. And for the most part, I just uploaded random rubbish videos. If you scroll down my YouTube channel far enough, you'll see a lot of these videos of me doing flips on somersaults and whatnot, and really just making videos to document my life every once in a while, not for any particular audience, but really just for myself to look back on. And I still do treasure these videos greatly, though of course in terms of growth on YouTube, their effect is practically negligible. But this year in February, I started really honing in on YouTube and focusing on what my passion really is, wildlife photography. I religiously posted videos practically every single week, sharing my thoughts and insights and experiences. And I've been going at this wildlife photography for the past 10 years. Though I've had a small measure of success on Instagram, I think as a platform to grow, Instagram is getting more and more unpredictable. So for the longest time, I've thought about creating a YouTube channel to document my journey as a wildlife photographer here in Singapore. But I've never really gathered enough confidence to do it for such a long time. I suppose a big part of me did not really want to speak to the camera, so I was doing research and finding out what types of videos that I could make that could circumvent that. I also thought that no one would really listen to me, but I guess the turning point was when I was asked to be a Nikon ambassador in Singapore and started giving talks and workshops to people. And from there, people actually came up to me and wanted to learn more about how I approached my photography in greater detail. I think that itself gave me a slight boost in confidence to say, okay, I think I'm at a stage where I'm comfortable putting out some educational content for people to learn more about my approach to wildlife photography. So I started this YouTube thing proper in February this year, tasking myself to take it easy and post once a week, just to instill a sense of discipline to myself and to stick with this schedule for a year at least. And before I started, I thought that it was going to be an easy process because of my background. For my day job, I run a video production company producing corporate videos and commercials and documentaries, so I thought that my filmmaking skills would make things easier. After all, YouTube is all about making videos. And I also thought that because I am fairly comfortable with public speaking, that stage presence would, translate over into talking in front of the camera. But I was wrong. So wrong. I did find that although I understood the ins and outs of video production, commercial video production and solo video production are two different ballgames entirely. For one, I've rarely had to do everything myself, from scripting to shooting to editing and even starring in my own video. That's a first for me when it came to YouTube. But more importantly, even though I had a head start in terms of equipment and practical video production knowledge, that did not directly translate into a successful video. And I think I'm also one of those people that I'm much more comfortable speaking in front of a crowd than in front of a camera. In front of a crowd, you get responses, genuine reactions, all of which feels natural to me, compared to talking to a piece of machine that is my camera. It was awkward, strange, and especially in outdoor scenarios where there were other people around, it took me so long to be able to speak comfortably and freely to the camera without caring about what other people think. And I think that's something that I'm still learning to cope with along the way, even now. But beyond this, I think once I've started this engine running, I start to fall down into this rabbit hole of wanting to learn more about how this YouTube thing works. From algorithms to creating thumbnails and titles and story structure, these were all new and novel to me. And with each passing day, I find myself learning that there's more to learn, which I personally enjoy, this challenge of wanting to push myself to my best on this platform, while at the same time providing my insights and experiences about what I'm passionate about. So I might still be a small channel, just over 1,000 subscribers at this point of making this video, but there are so many things that keep me going still. Compared to other social media platforms, I think YouTube has been a lot more rewarding in terms of growth. Growth is so much more visible as long as I'm putting in the work. Even though I'm a small channel, I've already had people and companies approach me for various opportunities for collaborations and sponsorships and whatnot. So yes, it is entirely possible to see some form of rewards in a very short span of time, even if you're a small creator like myself. But what I think really motivates me is actually hearing people tell me that they've enjoyed my content or that they've learned things from me and appreciated my perspective. For such a niche topic like wildlife photography, there is a large global community out there that is willing to hear my voice, and to get feedback like that does give me a sense of fulfillment and satisfaction. So if you're thinking of starting your own YouTube channel, I'd say just do it. The only thing stopping you is you, and it's truly a platform where you will definitely see the rewards based on the work that you put in. Unlike Instagram or TikTok, where the creator base is so saturated and you are always at the mercy of the ever-changing algorithm, the good thing I found about YouTube is that your content is evergreen. Stuff that I posted months ago gets pushed up months later. Plus, given that the barrier to entry is higher, especially in the long-form content space, I think it's a great place to start if you want to see growth as a content creator. Personally, I wish that I had started earlier and not waited until I had any kind of credentials to put my voice out there. I think everyone has their own unique take on any topic, and as long as you're pursuing a topic that you're passionate about, there's always 1,000 ears or more out there that are willing to listen.